So the dragons are coming.
The dragons are coming.
The dragons are coming. How excited were you when you saw that on the script?
It was crazy because I don't think either of us really realized what we were getting into until we were there. And then we were looking at a blank wall. There was no special puppet or thing. It was all coming from our imagination. And then Olivia, who plays Alice on the show, did the voiceover there on set.
Yeah, she happened to be there that day, and she did us a solid, and acted the dragon for us so that we had something to play against, because it was going to be our script supervisor, just reading it, and she's wonderful, but she's not necessarily menacing. So
and you do need to be a menacing character actor when you're performing as a dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we got really lucky there.
We've seen the teasing of dragons showing up on the show, and now they're coming. So I'm very curious because obviously that's a very expensive element to add to any TV story. So as producers, how creative and careful are you about the placements of them to make sure that you don't destroy the budget and drive everyone at the Sci-Fi Network like crazy?
Well, I like driving sci-fi crazy.
That's true.
That's actually my actual career. The writing part I do for free. I have to hand all the credit to Sera. She wanted a dragon, and she wanted it, and she was smart enough to ask for it early, and then begin designing it. Many months before it shot, which brought the cost down, and I think also increased the how realistic it looks. It looks incredibly real.
Yeah, there comes a point where you have to say, how are we going to be able to afford this on some level? But the first question is, how do we make sure this doesn't look like shit?
Yes.
Right? So the limits.
It takes you out of the story.
It does, yeah. And when you watch a show like Game of Thrones, where dragons appear frequently, if you watch the way that they show their dragons, they're very, very careful about it because they know they can't just stick that dragon anywhere and make it look awesome. They have to control it a little bit. Same thing for us. So we approached it with, how can we make a dragon that you can hold up against any dragon on television or in the movies? And there's an education process where our VFX team and our locations people, our director, our DP, everybody weighs in on that. And then we figure out how much of this cool version of the dragon can we afford to do. And then we do a little bit more than we can afford, and we just figure it out.
The fantasy elements of these worlds that they're a part of have only ever hurt them, and they've never been fantastic or good or exciting beyond what the idea of it might be. And so I think that glossiness is gone, and so they're oh, a dragon. Okay, that's probably going to suck.
Yeah, they've become jaded through all of these fantastical events in magic, which is true to the tone of
of the show
books.
and these people and the books, yeah.